The Keystone Pipeline System is an oil pipeline system in Canada and the United States, commissioned in 2010. It runs from the Western Canadian Sedimentary Basin in Alberta to refineries in Illinois and Texas, and also to oil tank farms and an oil pipeline distribution center in Cushing, Oklahoma.
The pipeline is 1,179 miles long, in which it would increase gas emissions. The EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, has put their fair share of thoughts into this project. It is said construction of the pipeline is projected to change the economics of oil sands development and would result in increased oil sands production and the accompanying greenhouse gas emissions over what would otherwise occur. The $5.4 billion project requires Barack Obama's approval because it crosses an international boundary. The State Department is conducting a review to determine whether the pipeline is in the country's national interest.
In a January 2014 environmental impact statement, the State Department concluded that the Keystone XL would not affect carbon emissions. Oil companies, it said, would develop the tar sands regardless of whether the pipeline is built. From January to June of last year, prices of benchmark West Texas Intermediate and Brent crude oil oscillated between about $90 and $110 per barrel. Then they lowered prices by dropping to about $50 per barrel, as the U.S. energy boom injected huge amounts of oil into a market already hurt by weak demand from a worn-down global economy. Developing tar sands is a costly endeavor. Turning a profit on a new well requires a market price of $86 to $106 per barrel, according to a July report by the Canadian Energy Research Institute.
Hence, pipeline opponents argue tar sand companies simply cannot afford anymore to ship crude oil by rail or truck, which is more expensive than sending it by pipeline. To get anywhere close to making profit on the new tar sands wells, critics add, companies need Keystone XL, and that means approving the pipeline would result in far more greenhouse gas emissions escaping into the atmosphere, thereby causing the project to flunk Obama's so-called climate test. The EPA's assessment is spot on. There should be no more doubt that President Obama must reject the proposed pipeline once and for all, said by Canada Project Director of the Natural Resource Defense Council. Industry groups disagree. Oil prices, they argue, are volatile, and Keystone XL was first proposed when oil was selling for far less.
Canada says we strive to minimize our environmental footprint while fulfilling our obligation to meet the continent's growing demand for reliable energy. We have been internationally recognized for minimizing environmental impacts, being one of the first companies to apply directional drilling versus open cut for larger river crossings, pioneering the use of innovative winter construction techniques through short grass prairie ecosystems to ensure minimal impacts, investigating significantly in the preservation and enhancement of endangered species, adopting and developing new technologies to make our pipelines more energy efficient and to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, applying mobile compressors to reduce methane emissions.
We take extra precautions when we cross major rivers and streams. They use thicker walled pipe and special construction techniques. The State Department, independent experts and agencies, and climate scientists have all confirmed Keystone XL will have a minimal impact on the environment, GHG emissions, and no detectable impact on climate change. Oh gosh. Do you want to get In about 2008, fossil fuel transport was pretty much ignored by the general public. Most oil and natural gas pipelines were buried, and few people have much thought about the hidden cargo of freight trains. But lately, spills, derailment, and spiraling alarm over climate change have dramatically heightened the profit of energy in transfer. The Keystone XL pipeline, proposed in the waning days of the Bush administration, is now a household name in the U.S., thanks to environmental activists who put it into a political symbol. This is true of the aspartame tar sands in Canadian households. There's a good cause for that. Not only are the tar sands general to North American energy policy, they are potentially the largest source of new carbon emissions in the world. You can't see the carbon dioxide that has given the world the fever, upending weather systems, killing forests, acidifying the oceans, and melting glaciers. And we can't do much to remove it from the atmosphere.
Tar sands mining is illegal, and there's no easy way around it. Climate advocates have concluded that the best hope for the planet is to keep carbon in the ground. And they intend to do that by making it financially painful to transport, by delaying or blocking pipeline and rail development. So, the construction of new infrastructures is no longer a local or regional concern, but a global battleground, real and symbolic, for a coalition of native people, environmentalists, landowners, and concerned citizens.
Northern Canada's sands, often called oil sands by proponents and tar sands by detractors, contain an estimated 1.7 trillion barrels of so-called unconventional crude, the largest oil deposit outside of Venezuela and Saudi Arabia. About a tenth of that, buried beneath 57,000 square miles of boreal forest, which is roughly the size of Florida, and is recoverable through low costs to exploit. When oil prices were higher, the value of that recoverable portion was to take tons of Alberta tar sands to produce a barrel of crude oil and 1 barrel of oil to make 19 gallons of gas.
The XL would duplicate the main stem of the larger diameter pipe that takes a shorter route from Hardisty to Steel City. So throughout the entire thing, you guys heard us refer to tar sands. And tar sands, also referred as oil sands, are a combination of clay, sand, water, and bitumen, a heavy black viscous oil. Tar sands can be mined and processed to extract the oil-rich bitumen, which is then refined into oil. So it's just unrefined oil. Yeah, that's
Okay. So tar sands are in Canada.